We started out with a goal of 71 because there's 71 kids on the NICU floor, the Natal Intensive Care Unit. And your timing is good, little Abigail. We're here with Trish and Daniel. Abigail was in the NICU for 157 days, which when we have babies, they're not supposed to be in the hospital for that long. Babies are supposed to come home after. Do you spend a night anymore, or do you just go home? You spend one night? What are you supposed to do normally? Why am I looking at you? You don't have kids. You have kids?
There every night.
Like normally, I can't remember what we did with my son. I think we were there like 1 or 2 days and then you're out. But I know it's not 157.
No.
That much I know. That's what you're not supposed to do. So I have to imagine. Now, Daniel, did you work here when Abigail ended up in the NICU?
No, I just got out of the service.
Okay, so then you at that point, I have to imagine, because you hadn't worked here yet and you hadn't seen the amazing ability this hospital has, something obviously wasn't right, so you end up in the NICU and there's panic, and you as parents, I mean, I can't even begin to imagine how that must have felt.
Yeah, my wife Trish went into what is called preeclampsia. It's a liver failure, I guess.
High blood pressure and liver failure.
And she was in Bayfront Hospital for a month, went home for 12 hours, ended up coming back with more issues than she went home with. Ended up staying for another month and having birth to little Abigail here 3 months early.
Oh, wow.
So she was born at 25 weeks at 1 pound 11 ounces.
Oh, my goodness.
So
That is so try and picture how, I promise you that are stuck in traffic right now, picture a 1 pound baby in your head. I promise it's smaller than whatever you're picturing. I mean, and it really is outstanding, the work that this hospital can do. Where I was going with it a few minutes ago is that now that you work here, you see it day in and day out. However, when you come in panicked, there's something about this place. It's not, give me your insurance card. It's not, let's fill out this form. Here's a clipboard. What kind of insurance you have? It's, what's going on with mom? What's going on with your kid? And then it's some sort of transformation takes place where they make you feel like, it's going to be all right. There's a plan. We've seen this before.
Yes.
Here's what we're going to do. And so having gone through that, it's a pretty amazing thing they do day in, day out here, is it not?
It is. The nurses and the respiratory therapists, and from where I sit in the emergency room, they put the moms and the dads' minds at ease, saying that they're going to be all right, and they take them back to a room. And by the end of the time or the visit, if they're not admitted and being taken care of, they're walking out the door laughing and joking.
So
Yeah,
we're
it's
comfortable with the
feeling
care
very
that they
comfortable.
give our children.
It's amazing.
Right.
Boy, you've just got a ton of energy. So what's going on with Abigail since she's 13 months old, and so we're continuing to do treatments. Is that correct?
Yes.
What's going on with little Abigail here?
After 5 failed extubations, they decided that she couldn't breathe on her own.
Okay.
She was given the tracheostomy, which is this little
Right.
thing.
You are just as cute as you can be, though, girl.
She was sent home 157 days later on a ventilator with a feeding tube and oxygen. We've been home for just over 7 months, and all she has is the trach left.
And so how long will she have to have that, do we think, or do we know yet?
It's uncertain. She's still growing into her own body, so without the trach, her airway collapses.
And
So
we're
with the
being
trach,
followed.
she's able to breathe on her own.
And we're being followed here by her primary and her pulmonologist.
A great team of doctors, yeah.
A great team of doctors here.
Wow, she is just as
Smiles.
cute as can be. And that's the thing, years ago, situations like this, the prognosis wouldn't be as good. And the reason that the prognosis is good today and why Abigail is going to be just fine is people gave money, which led to research, which led to better treatment, which leads to cures, which leads to, solutions to a lot of the sickness, the illness, the things that go wrong with our children. And that's why, this isn't a joke what we do today and tomorrow. I mean, we are absolutely raising money so that all children can continue to do the things they do that save babies like Abigail, that save some of the other children that we talked to earlier here at the hospital. If you're anywhere near a computer, go to us1035.com and look on our webcam. If this cute little girl doesn't compel you to give $15 a month, there is something wrong with you. I mean, there is something seriously wrong with you.
Just jumping.
And so what do we do at the, like, after this experience with the hospital? Is that what made you want to work here, or how did we end up here, Dad?
Here every day.
I was here every day, and I was joking with the nurses saying, if I'm here every day, I might as well get paid to be here. So
and
that's
hey,
a-
it just happened.
Wow.
so it just happened. They told me where to go. I logged on to the allkids.org and filed in. For
We find that, you know, it's amazing how many parents, after they have an experience here, they either go on to either work here or volunteer here, and it's one of those things that I hope you never have to come to All Children's. But I promise, if that day comes, they'll be ready to deal with whatever situation you got at the front door. And on the other side of it, I promise you're going to be just like all these other parents where it's like, how can I be involved more? What else can I do to help? Because they're so amazing here.
It's a great network of people and
Right.
doctors.
And after our experience, we just feel the need to keep advocating for other parents that are in the NICU or getting trachs or are where we were a year ago.
Yeah, we have an amazing rate of children that we've seen kids already today that a couple of years ago we weren't sure what the prognosis was going to be, and many of them are in remission, and a lot of them are growing up and they're running around and being kids and doing the things that kids are supposed to do. And that's because you, right there stuck in traffic in your car, gave money, which again, I hate to sound repetitive. Repetitive? Is that a word? Repetitive? I hate to be repetitive, but money leads to treatment, which leads to cure, and that's why we have so many healthy children and so many great success stories coming out of All Children's Hospital. But to continue that, we need your help. We're looking for 39 more people to step up before 5 o'clock. I can still put you in the running for that ACM Awards trip in Vegas. 1-800-270-8642. Become a Miracle Maker now. It's just $15 a month, which throw it on a credit card and forget about it. You know, it's one less six-pack. It's a couple less of those fancy coffees you're going to drink. And can you give up a couple of coffees a month to help save the life of a child? Can you? Because I'm telling you, $15 seems like a lot when you're living paycheck to paycheck like we all are. But if you really take 2 seconds, you can find it. And this is what we do. We help each other. When there's 71 sets of parents that are pacing the floor in the NICU right now, not knowing whether their kid is going to be home for Christmas, that's when the rest of us that have noisy children that have nothing wrong with them, that's when we go, you know what? Yep, I can give $15 and help you out. No problem. 1-800-270-8642. But we need your help. All Children's doesn't turn anybody away, regardless of their ability to pay. 1-800-270-8642. Do you have any final thoughts or words, Abigail and/or Abigail's parents?
Anything?
That smile is unbelievable.
There's no better place that your $15 would go.
All right, let's light up the phones. 1-800-270-8642. 1-800-270-8642. Thank you for whoever's just making the phone ring. We need 39 more. I have full faith, US 1035 family. We can do that before 5 o'clock.